It's a pleasure to be here today to present to you some of the things we've learned from our NSF INFEWS Track 2 proposal and project identifying sustainability solutions through global analysis of a coupled water agriculture bioenergy system. The broad concept of our project you can see from this graphic. We think about the global drivers driving this FEWS system, population, income growth, climate change, and so on, pressing in from the outside of this circle and resulting in these FEWS challenges that we're all familiar with, particularly focusing on those related to land and water resources. We're particularly interested in enabling sustainable groundwater, ensuring food security, mitigating greenhouse gas emissions, and limiting hypoxia through mitigation, in particular of nitrate, excess nitrates flowing into the groundwater and the streams. I wanted to summarize a few of the lessons we learned from interacting, in particular with our stakeholder advisory board. First of all, the membership in this advisory board needs to be dynamic. Don't be afraid to add individuals who are excited and engaged with these issues. Over the course of the project, we have run across a number of people who were very interested in what we were doing. We've added them to the advisory board and they've been great value. They've been amongst some of the most active participants. So when you write the proposal, you may not know of everyone who's going to be interested in this. I think the most important lesson is to listen. We write these proposals, we have something firmly in mind, but often the issues we thought that were critical are not the most critical ones. We found that, for example, feedback from our stakeholders in Nebraska, the work we were doing on groundwater sustainability was redirected more in the direction of groundwater quality. Other questions we thought were resolved, such as the impact of the Conservation Reserve Program, were not. This is something that the Biden administration is actually considering a substantial expansion of, and the environmental impacts, both at home and abroad, were not well understood, not sufficiently well understood from the point of view of policymakers. Keeping the board informed is important. We have an annual meeting. That's about all you can expect high flyers to be able to commit to and attend. Several-hour meeting once a year that they prepare for and then give you feedback on. But keeping them up to date throughout the course of the year can yield timely insights, and we found that to be valuable. And finally, broader stakeholder events can be extremely useful. We've had prior experience with this group with an event at the National Press Club. That was a great way to get together about 75 people and get a broader set of inputs, broader set of engagement. But these events do take a lot of time. Don't shortchange the planning. You really need to start preparing a year in advance with phone calls to all the relevant individuals and structuring the event. So I hope this has been useful for you, and thank you for your time.
So this is Paula Williams. If anyone has questions on that presentation, if you would just please type them into the chat, and either Sarah or I will get them to the presenter. Thanks.